Having never won the top tier of English football in their 132-year history, and after being on the brink of relegation last year, Midlands club Leicester City have surpassed all expectations this season and are incredibly 7 points clear at the top of the Barclays Premier League table with only 3 games to go.
It's pretty surreal. I don't know. It still hasn't sunk in yet. I would never have thought of this after last season, without a doubt. I mean, the 90s were brilliant, you know. We had 3 playoff finals and we won the League Cup twice under Martin O'Neill. But, I mean, this is amazing. I mean, even if we come second, it will be a victory.
Fantastic story. It's about time that we had this sort of story in the Premiership. It's always been the same teams winning. I want Man United to win, but if we're not winning, then by all means, Leicester City is a great, great story.
I mean, there were 5,000 to 1 at the start of the league, so to put that into perspective, the chance of Elvis being alive is about 2,500 to 1 that we quote, so you're twice as likely to bump into Elvis as you were Leicester winning the league this year.
If Leicester eventually do win the league, it's going to cost William Hill £3 million and the industry as a whole over £10 million, so yeah, disastrous result really.
And in terms of William Hill, do you know what's the most a single punter stands to win from Leicester winning the league?
The biggest bet we laid was £75 each way at 1,500 to 1. So this lucky customer's going to have over £100,000 payout. So I think he'll be cheering them on Saturday.
They've broken the stranglehold that clubs such as Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea and Arsenal have had on the Premier League in recent seasons, and will be the first club to lift the trophy outside of these 4 for over 20 years. And Leicester have the chance to do just that this weekend, ironically at the home of the most successful club in the history of English football, Manchester United.
My heart wants a win at Old Trafford, and my head is telling me a 1-1 draw.
Leicester will not win the league this week because United, we're going to beat them. They'll win the league probably when they play Everton at home, I think.
I mean, it's a difficult game for both sides. Leicester going away to Old Trafford. It's not a vintage United side, but and with Chelsea have come out publicly and said they don't want Tottenham to win the league, so I think they'll both be trying. So I think there's every chance it could be decided this weekend. And although, as Dave said, we're going to lose a lot of money, I think most people in the bookmaker fraternity are quite happy. You know, it's invigorated the Premier League. Everyone's talking about it. It's a great story. And even though we're going to be a bit out of pocket, we're wishing Leicester all the best.
With the vast majority of local football fans supporting the likes of Liverpool, Manchester United and the Big Two in Spain, will this year's miracle season for Leicester City attract more locals to jump on board?
Well, let's face it, 20 years ago there was hardly any Chelsea fans, so possibly. Well, I don't know, we'll have our first meeting. I was thinking of the telephone box next to Inces Hall, but let's see, maybe.
I don't know, because to build a supporters club, it takes a lot of effort. You got to have a lot of time. You got to have a lot of resources, and it takes many years to build. And this club has been built on the strengths of Sir Alex Ferguson's what he's done in Europe, what he's done in England. And otherwise, you know, if we had been a small club, and there are many clubs which are supported by Gibraltarians, but unfortunately, because they don't have numbers, it's difficult to. I cannot see Leicester having a supporters club in Gibraltar. I wish they could, but I cannot see it happening.
The Foxes are mathematically guaranteed to be strutting their stuff with Europe's finest next season in the UEFA Champions League. But what does the future hold for this season's surprise package?
I don't think a season like this is possible again. But Champions League, I'm looking forward to all these new signings, or knowing Leicester, they'll probably just go out with the same team and try and play Champions League.
It's a difficult question. Leicester, I think it would be harsh for me to say, but they probably could be one-season wonders. United, difficult to say, because no one knows exactly what is happening at United, whether we're going to have a new manager, whether Van Gaal, if he wins the FA Cup, will be rewarded with an extra season. If, as the press says, and I can't believe the press, I'm sorry, or even GBC, you can't believe it when they talk about football, because football it's just a big story. United, you know, if they get Mourinho, it could make an impact maybe in the first couple of seasons. But Mourinho is a manager, and unfortunately brings a lot of baggage with him. And the continuity and the success we've had over the last 25 years, won't be ever repeated. I cannot see that happening again.
Definitely no 5,000 to 1 for them to win the Champions League. We've actually put a price of 100 to 1 for them to win the Champions League, 25 to 1 to win the title again, and 16 to 1 to get relegated. So we think they're more likely to get relegated than they are to actually win the title again. So we shall see.
Whatever happens over the course of the next few weeks, the whole Leicester City story will surely be used to inspire underdogs in all walks of life for years to come, and goes to show that anything's possible with a little bit of belief and determination. And even if they don't manage to finish it off this weekend, they can sleep relatively easy knowing they've got 2 more bites of the cherry to etch their names in history.